Welcome to CARICOMP Insider, where high-tech facial recognition meets real-world intelligence.
A single sharp frame of someone's face can fool you completely. But stack just 3 frames side by side, and a deepfake starts to fall apart. The reason has nothing to do with blurry pixels or weird skin tones, and everything to do with your ears. That matters whether you investigate fraud for a living, or you just got a video from someone claiming to be your bank. If you've ever video called a coworker, watched a politician speak online, or received a selfie to verify someone's identity, this is already part of your world. And if the idea of not being able to trust what you see on screen unsettles you, that's an honest reaction. One deployment of an AI detection system on a hiring platform in 2025 found that 15% of applicants were submitting deepfakes. Not someday. Right now. At scale. So what actually gives a deepfake away when a single image looks perfect? Most people still think you catch a deepfake the way you'd catch a bad Photoshop job, a smudged edge, a weird skin tone, a face that just looks off. And honestly, that used to be true. Back around 2017 through 2019, early deepfakes really did have visible pixel collapse. You could literally see artificial blotches in the skin or distorted facial shapes with your own eyes. So people learned a rule. If it looks clean, it's probably real. That rule is now dangerously outdated. Modern generation algorithms, technologies like convolutional neural networks and generative adversarial networks, have gotten dramatically better at handling individual pixels. They can produce a single frame that looks flawless. The detection game has moved somewhere else entirely. It's moved to motion across time. Picture an actor delivering a dramatic line, but punctuating it with a shrug that doesn't match the emotion at all. Freeze on that one shrug frame, and it might look perfectly natural. But play 3 to 5 frames in sequence, and the movement pattern reveals itself as disconnected from the speech and the feeling behind it. That's exactly what happens with deepfakes. In authentic video, your jaw drops and your ear canal subtly shifts. Your eyebrows rise and the skin near your temples pulls. Every part of your face is biomechanically linked to every other part, creating correlated motion patterns. Deepfake models tend to render different facial regions semi-independently. Each part might look plausible on its own, but the relationship between them is subtly wrong. And that brings us to the ear, the feature almost nobody thinks about. According to peer-reviewed research out of UC Berkeley's Computer Vision Lab, ear shape is a measurable biometric signal. It doesn't just sit there. When your jaw moves, your ear shape and canal structure change in detectable ways. Most deepfake creators obsess over eyes, mouth, and skin texture. They leave the ear almost untouched. That makes it a forensic anchor point, a part of the face that's hard to fake because nobody's trying to fake it. For someone analyzing a suspicious video, that means comparing left and right ear shape, fold structure, and how shadows fall around the ear across multiple frames. For the rest of us, it means the next time a verified video feels slightly off, the ears might be telling a story the mouth is trying to hide. Lighting tells a similar story. In real footage, the way light falls across your face stays basically consistent from one frame to the next. Detection systems actually decompose each frame into two layers, illumination and reflection, to measure that consistency. In deepfakes, the lighting wobbles. Subtle anomalies cluster around the eyes, mouth, and face contours because the generative model is blending synthetic regions with real source material. That blending has a mathematical limit. Once the light source shifts past about 30 degrees, the inconsistencies become measurable even if they're invisible to the naked eye. There's one more constraint baked into the math itself, and it's not going away. When a deepfake model transfers facial motion from one person onto another person's identity, it faces an unavoidable trade-off. Either the motion in the target video looks slightly unnatural, or the model accidentally leaks identity features from the source person. It can't perfectly preserve both. This isn't a software bug some future update will fix. It's a mathematical constraint of how the generation process works. Teeth show it clearly. Look for merged edges between individual teeth, inconsistent spacing, or texture that shifts from frame to frame. A deepfake isn't really an AI-generated image. It's an AI-generated sequence with motion consistency constraints. And those constraints are its forensic fingerprint. The moment you force a deepfake to sustain an identity, an expression, and a lighting angle across multiple frames at different poses, the math breaks down. So the lesson compresses to this. One clean frame can fool anyone. 3 frames compared side by side, checking ear shape, lighting angle, and jaw movement, expose what a single image never will. The question isn't, does this photo look real? The question is, does this face stay consistent when it moves? Whether you're verifying evidence or just deciding whether to trust a video someone sent you, that shift in thinking is the single most useful thing you can carry out of this episode. The full story's in the description if you want the deep dive.
Now you know something most people in this industry don't. Use it. And when you're ready to put it to work, caracomp.com. We'll see you tomorrow.